18 at 11 starts now. WLFI Lafayette. News from where you live.
Good evening, I'm Tim Fields Jr., and thank you for joining us. A lot of nasty rain has been plaguing us for the last couple of hours, but Storm 18 meteorologist Eric Segbor joins us now with the first look at the forecast. Eric, how much longer can we expect this rain?
Yeah, it could be for the next couple hours and maybe even a changeover to snow, as right now you can see the rainfall over our area, but also notice down to our southwest it's snowing now down here towards Crawfordsville where the blues are showing up, and even looking at the white, you can see that snow even extending to areas just south of Crawfordsville. You can see that snowfall beginning to pick up, and even out towards the west, some of that snowfall still coming in just south of Champaign right now, and all of this will be developing overhead as we head throughout the course of the night, especially as those temperatures do continue to drop into the lower 30s, and it's all in association with the system that's moving through much of the region right now. This is bringing rain to much of the area, and this system will be headed off towards New England, where they'll be dealing with the system tomorrow. Unfortunately, they'll be having some impacts on your weather, but for us, for tonight, looking quite rainy. You can see right now it's still raining outside, 37 degrees, that cold rain, west wind at 6 miles per hour. Pretty much everyone still in the 30s, 35 in Flora, still about 32 here in Crawfordsville where it's snowing right now, and 32 in New Market, 36 up here in Remington, and 37 for you guys here in Fowler right now. But coming up, I'll talk more about when the rain will officially change over to snow, and also talking about how much snow we could pick up by tomorrow morning.
As colder weather approaches, News 18's Ella Chu has more details on ways the community can stay safe and what options are available.
As cold weather approaches this part of the state, there are community resources to help keep individuals warm and safe. The Lafayette Urban Ministry offers 2 shelters during the colder months, the Winter Warming Station and the Emergency Shelter, both located in downtown Lafayette. These shelters provide a place for people in need to stay, offering sleep mats, pillows, blankets, and a meal. Wes Tillett, Executive Director, encourages everyone to be mindful of those who are less fortunate during this season.
Continue to encourage the community to have empathy, to try to imagine themselves in the shoes of people who are having difficulty providing shelter for themselves. And I honestly think our community does a pretty good job. So many people have been generous and supportive of this. But I think sometimes we can get jaded if we see people on the streets or looking like they're struggling, and we can condemn them rather than having empathy for them and trying to imagine what they might be up against and what they might be facing. So
Tillett explains that people seek shelter for various reasons. The Winter Warming Station is available from November to April, operating from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. and is open to everyone, including those who are not eligible for the emergency shelter. The Lum Emergency Shelter is open year-round, and both shelters provide safe, secure warmth along with other essential services. Reporting from Lafayette, Ella Chu, News 18.
In the News 18 update, the autopsy results of a West Lafayette man who died in a house fire yesterday have been released. As we've reported, the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office says a caller reported seeing smoke coming from the inside of a residence in the 100 block of Blueberry Lane around 9:30 a.m. yesterday morning. The caller knocked on the door but got no response. Upon opening the door, an animal was found dead near the entrance, but heavy smoke prevented police from going further into the home. 67-year-old David Martin was found dead by fire crews as they put out the flames. Coroner Carrie Costello determined Martin died from smoke inhalation with cardiovascular disease as a contributing factor. Toxicology results in the preliminary manner of death are still pending. A Galveston man is accused of child molestation and related crimes after Indiana State Police raided his home earlier this morning. Troopers arrested 61-year-old Jerry Norris at around 8:30 a.m., stemming from a 9-month investigation into allegations of child molesting. ISP says reports started coming in around March, and detectives determined Norris allegedly had sexual contact with a minor. Troopers obtained a search warrant and reportedly found multiple electronic devices along with suspected marijuana and drug paraphernalia. Norris was taken to the Cass County Jail and is facing preliminary charges of child molesting, sexual misconduct with a minor, attempted child exploitation, and drug charges. The Indiana Department of Transportation announced it would award $50 million for local safety improvements today. NDOT announced the recipients in Highway Safety Improvement Program funds to support safety projects on local road networks across Indiana. The awards solidify the agency's renewed focus on safety and goal of reducing fatal and serious injury crashes on Indiana roads by 25% over the next 10 years. 64 cities, towns, and counties will receive funds to complete nearly 100 safety projects by the end of 2027. Additional information, including a full list of awards, can be found at NDOT's website. The Indiana State Police Lafayette District wants to remind you to drive sober this holiday season. ISP is ramping up their patrols for those on the road this Thanksgiving as part of their annual Safe Family Travel campaign. The campaign focuses on impaired driving, aggressive driving, and promotes seatbelt use. Drinking and impaired driving has become associated with Thanksgiving Eve, and those who plan on drinking alcohol need to have a sober driver. They're also reminding drivers to put away cell phones and follow the speed limit. And demand for assistance from food banks and pantries across the country is up this holiday season, with many struggling under the weight of inflation and high grocery prices. Dana Bacus takes a look at efforts across the country, including a long-running California pantry that feeds twice the number of families it once did.
In food banks and pantries from the coast to the low country, it's crunch time.
This is an incredibly busy week. And then it ramps back up again as we head into Christmas.
2 more boxes.
The run-up to Thanksgiving is typically hectic, but demand for food assistance has been high in many places, like here at the Santa Clarita Valley Food Pantry all year long.
The amount of people that have come and signed up every week, it's astronomical. Some days it's 10 new families.
According to the USDA, in 2023, more than 47 million people lived in food-insecure households, and more than 50 million Americans turned to food assistance programs for help.
People will eat crackers so they can stay in their homes. And so what we hear is that we're the last kind of bastion of hope between them becoming unhoused and them being to stay housed.
The food is free for those who request it.
This is one of the most helpful things to have around this time of year because, we don't have a lot of money and they provide food for us and they're really nice people.
A recent analysis of the top 300 food banks shows the very biggest are getting bigger to meet growing need, but most food banks like this one are relatively small. In one case, really small. You may have heard of a little library. Well, this is a little free food pantry in 26 locations across Louisiana.
This project's a really simple way to give back, especially around the holidays.
Whether it's grand gestures,
we're able to give $5 million to our food shelves across the state of Minnesota,
or small acts of kindness.
These bags will be given to the clients to put their food products in.
It's helping make sure everyone can share in the feast. Danya Backus, CBS News, Santa Clarita, California.
To find food assistance near you, go to feedingamerica.org and enter your zip code. And if you're someone who'd like to make a donation, check your nearest pantry and especially look for opportunities on Giving Tuesday. And the holidays are a busy and exciting time for many Americans, but could pose some potential safety hazards for pets. Veterinary experts say the best thing you can do to keep your furry friends safe is maintaining a comfortable environment and perhaps keeping them away from strangers. And when it comes to the Thanksgiving dinner, it's best to avoid giving them table food.
Most pets are not used to eating table food, so anything that's high in fat, anything that contains bones, and then there's some specific toxicities, garlic, onion, grapes, chocolate that tend to be around the table at the holiday season.
Pet experts say holiday lights that can be chewed on and open flames can also be dangerous for animals. They advise taking the same precautions with a pet that you would with a child.
And coming up, we're tracking some rain changing over the snow as we head into overnight hours. I'll have the timing on that for you coming up after the break.
Use the WLFI reported feature to report breaking news.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
What happened?
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
They did it all, man.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy, Sam.
My boots? would again.
Lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $399 a month, or a Bronco Big Ben for just $499 a month for 36 months.
Excellent cancer care. Exactly where you need it. Franciscan Health proudly opens the doors of the largest comprehensive cancer center in Tippecanoe County. From preventive screenings to advanced treatments and survivorship programs, our new cancer center has expanded services, all under one roof, so you can stay closer to home for excellent cancer care. Built for excellence, built for you.
Looking to stay active and make new friends? The YMCA is here for active older adults like you. With energizing classes, welcoming spaces, and programs designed with you in mind, there's something for everyone. Our state-of-the-art wellness floor lets you work out at your own pace, your way. And the Y is more than fitness. It's where friendships are built and connections thrive. And with many insurance plans offering free Y memberships, there may be no cost to you. Stay active, stay connected. Join the Y today.
Hit it.
Scratch-off season is here, so get gifting and spread holiday cheer with Hoosier Lottery scratch-offs this year.
News 18. News from where you live. You're watching News 18 at 11. News from where you live.
Today is expected to be the busiest driving day of the year, but airports across the country are packed with people who are flying to their Thanksgiving destinations. Hannah Fulman talks about how you can be prepared as you head to the airport.
As you can see, many people have already started traveling for Thanksgiving break, whether that's by car or by plane. It's only expected to get busier as we head into Thanksgiving Day.
We wanted to make sure we had plenty of travel time and make sure in case we had some flight delays, we wouldn't miss Thanksgiving.
People like Cindy and Scott are traveling a day earlier this year for the Thanksgiving holiday, trying to beat the record-breaking crowds. Thanksgiving week has always been a popular time to travel, and it's getting busier.
More people travel across the entire country for Thanksgiving than they do for Christmas or for anything else in the entire year.
According to AAA, nearly 80 million people nationwide will travel at least 50 miles or more this year. That's an increase of 1.7 million people compared to last year.
We've seen that number go up and up since 2020. And this year it's a little more significant too because it's even higher than 2019, which was pre-pandemic. So now we're finally seeing those travel numbers surpass the pre-pandemic numbers.
This Thanksgiving week, AAA predicts Wednesday to be the busiest driving day, while TSA predicts the Sunday after Thanksgiving to be the busiest flying day. This is coming off a big year of travel overall in the United States.
It's been a really busy year. All the top 10 busiest days in TSA's history have happened since the spring. So we are prepared for those high travel volumes and really just want to get the word out to passengers to give themselves lots of time and be prepared for the airport.
The best thing you can do to avoid the crowds is plan ahead. That means hitting the roads maybe an hour or two earlier than you planned and arriving at the airport at least 2 hours early. That way you can make it to your destination without feeling overwhelmed.
I'm always a proponent of leaving early and giving yourself time because the last thing you want to do for the holidays is miss your flight.
And if delays or cancellations do come up in your travel plans, try to be patient.
Give yourself time to have a coffee or something before your flight.
The earlier you can leave, the better. For now, reporting at the airport, I'm Hannah Fulman.
And now, your Storm Team 18 forecast. Weather from where you live.
All right, looking at the radar, it's still quite wet outside. You can see the snow beginning to creep into some of the areas where temperatures are now starting to drop to around the freezing mark. You can see it's snowing still pretty heavily here in Crawfordsville, but you can see that blue beginning to expand towards Indianapolis as, again, the colder air is beginning to stream into those areas. And up here towards Lafayette, you even see some of the action start to extend up here towards your viewing air, and pretty soon be impacting I-65. So if you're traveling tonight down I-65, you may want to watch out for that snow, as that precip will be changing over to snow pretty soon. You can even see a closer look. You see right now that snowfall beginning to creep up right towards I-65 right now, but still some rainfall falling from much of the area at this moment, as pretty much the wet conditions will be lingering around even as we head into the early overnight hours. Still expecting that rain, some snow around the midnight hour, and then drying out surely but slowly overnight before a couple more snow showers sneak in here first thing Thanksgiving morning. Temperatures down to the mid-30s overnight, so cold night temperatures 31 to 35 degrees when you do wake up for your Thanksgiving morning, looking quite cold. And even as we head throughout Thanksgiving, temperatures not moving much at all throughout your Thanksgiving. Temperatures to kick off your day, snow showers in the morning, and then a mainly dry afternoon. Can't rule out another rain or snow shower during the afternoon hours, especially that lake effect rain and snow showers coming off of Lake Michigan for the day tomorrow, as unfortunately with colder air aloft, we could see that be the case for your Thanksgiving day. But tomorrow, nonetheless, 35 to 39 will be your highs for your Thanksgiving day. Now, as we head towards Futurecast, this is the updated HR model showing that around midnight you see that rain slowly changing over the snow. The pink is rain and snow mixed in, as we'll have all types of precip happening as the system does start to pull out of here surely but slowly. By 2 o'clock in the morning, still some rain, some snow following our extreme southeast parts of our viewing area, but everyone else looking pretty dry as we head overnight. Even as we head towards Thursday morning by 8 o'clock, maybe a couple more of those rain and some snow showers, like I did mention, as that lake effect snow gets going right as we start off the day on Thursday, and then we get a little bit of a break Thursday afternoon before maybe another couple isolated rain and some snow showers try to sneak their way back into our area as we head towards your Thanksgiving evening. But overall looking okay for your Thursday, but as we head towards Friday morning for Black Friday, maybe even a couple snow showers to open up the day. So if we're headed out for Black Friday, we may have to worry about dodging some snow showers and also bundling up, as temperatures will be down into possibly the teens, if not the low 20s Friday morning. So looking at a quite cold Black Friday. Even as we head towards the afternoon, it remains cold with some clearing in the afternoon as that lake effect snow pulls away from us throughout the course of the day, but still relatively cold into the week, with temperatures only down into the low 30s for highs. And with the snowfall, looking at anywhere from about probably no snowfall in our northwestern counties, so as much as probably ½ inch. So the further southeast you do go, the more snow you get, but the further west you do go, is pretty much no deal with the snow, as again the snowfall will be pulling out of here by the time we get to later on tonight. And then as we head towards Saturday, maybe a couple more snow showers as a little clipper passes to our southwest overnight Saturday into Sunday, but looks like we'll stay nice and dry, but still that lake effect snow going on for much of the northeast region as we head towards Monday. But we stay nice and dry for at least Monday into Tuesday. But then on Wednesday, a clipper may come in here, may bring in some rains of snow showers, and then after that, maybe perhaps another clipper the following Friday into Saturday as this colder pattern continues. And again, as we head towards the middle part of December, at least from now until the middle part of December, looking at a persistent cold pattern with all the big systems passing to our south, but I can't rule out the possibility that one of these systems could interact with this cold air, could produce maybe a snowstorm or two, possibly a snowstorm. But as of right now, again, that remains to be far out. But again, we'll keep an eye on that for you, especially with this cold pattern settling in as we head into the start of December, looking at some quite cold temperatures. Look at this, temperatures not even reaching the freezing mark for much of the forecast. 30 degrees on Monday, 31 still on Tuesday, quite cold. 38 degrees on Wednesday, rain and snow likely. And look at those overnight lows into the teens each and every morning. And then seeing the break from the action that Thursday, and then some more snow showers likely that Friday to Saturday with some more cold temperatures to follow.